Hello everyone, welcome back to Homestuck. Last time, I thought I was smart, so I clicked on the glitching planet thinking it would be like 2 sentences, and then it turned out to be a whole thing. So, for some reason, we're going back to front. So I already know where John is, and that he's running away from evil Jade, and oh my gosh, so many things have happened. Ugh. If you want to see things happen sooner than later, you can become a member and see these episodes a week early. Wow! And also, if you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment. It all helps in getting more people to see these videos, which is nice for me and maybe for you. I don't know. You can talk to somebody about it. So yeah, I guess we're just going to go to John's planet now. I don't remember who's here because I think Karkat and Kanaya are on Dave's planet. So I guess this is Dave and the mayor? Oh, this is Jade's planet. Never mind. Oh. Well,
guess we're going to die. Great. What's that?
What's this?
Yeah, that.
Earth. Oh, well, that's not good.
That's Earth? Why is it so small?
It is small because I shrunk it. 'Cause I'm a space witch. Duh.
Okay, but why do you have it? I thought Jack destroyed your universe.
He did, but I snuck through a portal and nabbed it.
Why am I doing... Don't do any Vriska just because she's evil, okay?
Nabbed it. Then I hopped right back through the gate before everything blew up, and I was in and out like a bandit. I like to think I'm a pretty good witch, especially since I turned wicked and all. But maybe I would have made an even better thief. What do you think, Jane? Do you think I missed my true calling?
Red dot.
Come to think of it, the new Empire probably doesn't need any more thieves. We already have the greatest thief of all running the show. She even managed to steal both of us away from our pals, didn't she, Jane? Wonk? Isn't she a riot, guys?
Thanks, Jade. No, really. Thank you so much for those clarifications while obliterating any shadow of a doubt that you are firmly off your rocker. But maybe if it's not too much extra trouble, you could help me understand why you've stranded us on a bunch of different planets only to come taunt me with a waterlogged miniaturized version of Earth.
Karkat, I'm evil now.
What?
It won't be Earth for much longer. It'll be the home to the new Empire. I will deliver it to the universe we create, or should I say the one you create. If you are obedient and complete the tasks you are assigned, you may have a place in the Empire among the subservient classes.
But aren't we trolls too? Isn't she making a new troll land? Please? Brrr.
What is burr?
Brrr! Did you feel that too, Kanaya? A chill just ran down my torso pillar due to all the pure evil that brainwashed Jade is saying. I'm fucking petrified. Someone help me change my smelly pants. Listen, Jade, another random evil girl, you listen too. I don't care about your stupid little globe or your ominous allusions to new empires or what sort of pariahs we can expect to be in your bogus dream dystopia. There's only one course of action from which I will tolerate, and that is feeding me a steady diet of fucking answers, not cagey smirk-tortured info morsels delivered between shitty villain chuckles. I want an uninterrupted spate of hard, unembellished data, which has only one purpose, and that is to get me personally up to speed on literally everything. Right this blood-shitting second.
Karkat, I'd almost forgotten how much I missed our repartee. Thank you for reminding me. That outburst was beautiful. If you're frustrated by the way I'm treating you, look at it this way. I'm not asking you for passwords anymore, am I?
You think I care about passwords? Compared to this, the passwords were a goddamn lawn meal, with a checkered tablecloth and everything. Fun for all involved, especially the march bugs sneaking the crumbs away.
March bugs? Like what? How do they have ants? Anyway.
I would fucking kill to have to give you passwords again, especially if it meant unlocking regular Jade from her corrupted empire-serving bark fiend state. Is there a password like that, Jade? Can I start guessing at it? Let's see. Since you appear to be some sort of wild carnivorous furry now, it probably has something to do with meat, doesn't it? Sausages? It's sausages, isn't it? Am I close? Something in the sausage department. Snout sausages, grubwurst, hoof loaf, ham steak.
Sorry, Carcat, there is no password. Not this time. If you continue to list meat products, then I'm afraid the only thing you will unlock is my fearsome doggy hunger. And believe me, you don't want to see me when I'm doggy hungry.
Rolling my damn eyes.
But if you insist on hounding me for some sort of explanation, it's all pretty simple. We all recently arrived in this brand new session. Jane's session, actually. This is Jane, by the way. Say hi, Jane. Lol, Jane is actually my biological mother, believe it or not.
This story sucks so far.
Shush! But her session was taken over by a woman who you might call our mutual great-grandmother. She's an alien, a very powerful troll queen, actually.
Yeah, the Empress is here. I think we already managed to deduce that.
Carcat, you were the one who demanded an uninterrupted spate of hard and unembellished data. I'll thank you not to yell at me for doing exactly what you requested.
Kanaya, do you see what I had to deal with?
You do realize I spoke to Jade plenty of times myself.
You did? Oh yeah. I guess I forgot about that.
Her imperious condescension is in control now. She intends to carry out the remaining objectives to complete the session. Those tasks will be distributed among several recently recruited agents, of course. That's you! This should come as a relief to you since it means you and she are not in fact opposition at all. In fact, you share the same goals. The only difference is that when the time comes, she'll be the one claiming the ultimate reward. The spoils will be hers and not ours, get it?
I think so. She wants us all to get a nice head start on our decadent new life of slavery promised for us on your scale model of Alterni-Earth. That sounds super. Doesn't it sound super, Kanaya?
No.
I think I speak for Kanaya when I say it sounds really fucking super. How do we get started? I'm just befouling my already pungent drawers over the opportunity to get down to business and start doing slavery.
Excellent. What you will need to do is ready the young frog for its journey to Skya. I'll prepare Skya to receive it by deploying the battlefield from our old session. This will bring fertility to the void session and allow the frog to mature when he completes his journey.
So you want us to make another frog?
No, I already made one actually, don't you remember? Really, your job is so easy. There's no more frog breeding involved at all. When the time is right, you just have to release the one that's already there.
Where is it?
It fell into the forge. In the years since, it has sunk all the way down to the planet's core. But as it happens, that is exactly where it should be. My denizen is now guarding it. As I'm sure Kanaya already knows, it will not be released unless you travel there and formally request that she do so.
Oh yeah? If that's that simple, why don't you do it? You can use your dog teleportation or whatever.
I already did. Echidna will not speak to me.
Why not? Could it be due to the fact that you're a crappy evil version of yourself, and the mighty Echidna just possibly has too much self-respect to bother dignifying the farce you've become?
It is not important why, and it changes nothing. She said she would only speak with another hero of space, and that would be Kanaya. She also cryptically requested the presence of the knight who once helped her with breeding duties. Carcat, I gather that would be you.
Me? Why would you ask to see me? Another space player I can understand, but what the fuck do I have to do with this?
I don't know, Carcat. That is your problem, not mine. Maybe you should try feeling grateful she asked for you.
Grateful?
You're getting the chance to set right what went so horribly wrong, to atone for your hasty first attempt at frog breeding which resulted in a terminal universe. If I were you, I would feel pretty relieved to get a second chance, but you know, that's just me.
Wow. Wow! Kanaya, official. Jade has turned into some sort of gross nightmare, bitch. As the beleaguered and long-suffering leader, albeit still leader of our party, a motion that we don't do anything she says or anything to help the Empress, even if it overlaps with our own interests, and stop listening to Where Harley until she snaps out of her brutal idiot coma.
I second your motion.
The motion passes with an overwhelming majority of votes among people in the immediate vicinity who aren't horrible.
The wheeze. I would be careful about the slurs you bandy about, particularly those targeting my canine qualities, which I am sensitive about and therefore find to be really, really mean. You should be aware that I have already threatened to kill some people today, so watch your step, mister.
Groan. Sorry, Jay, but you sound about as threatening as some mild flatulence I once had.
It is true I am It is true, though, I am very threatening. And this girl right here, she's even worse. She hasn't even said a word, and that's terrifying. Geez, even I'm nervous. And Kanaya, don't you think you're safe from our threats just because you happen to be a vampire? We have ways of handling the undead. Jane here, she has the power to bring people back to life, although it is my understanding that this ability is limited to a one-time use per individual. So, you do know what sort of effect her resurrection spell will have on an undead target? No?
What?
You don't? I thought that was common knowledge. When you cast healing magic on a zombie or Dracula, they die. How do you figure? I don't know. Isn't that how it works in stories and games and such? Seems pretty logical to me. I think you are presuming to know a lot about my nature, which is not actually true. It sounds as though you are suggesting that I have qualities similar to certain types of shadow droppers, which is not quite the case, but even if it was, there are a lot of myths about shadow dropper physiology that are currently perpetuated by popular... I can see a demonstration will be in order. Jane, if you would be so kind... Submit.
Oh, he did that.
No!
No. Deep breath. Okay.
No! Gotcha!
Tackle pounce.
No! John, stop that!
Well, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
All the hummingbirds are asleep. Great.
Phew.
Zap.
Oh man, here I go again. Well, see ya. No, wait. Egbert! Oh, I'm so mad!
Zap.
Oh!
Hold on. Why was there just like a Gaussian blurred salamander in the corner? What? Well, Jane's still here. Carcat.
Okay, I'm not letting that happen again. Kanaya, Jane saw her, please.
Okay, well, that was something indeed. All right. Here we are. Wow, we're back at Dave's house. Crazy. With like 3 billion little crocodiles.
Well, back home. Guess I just live here now. So weird being back here. Can't believe how long ago it feels since I lived in this place. Spent way too long wallowing in our own filth on that gnarly meteor, that's for sure. It doesn't even feel like my room anymore. It's like trespassing on something, like I'm horning in on someone else's life. A life lived most sweetly, though, I will admit. The fucking toilet's still there. I remember when Jade put that there. That is perhaps like my favorite memory. I wish Jade wasn't crazy. Just makes me remember how much I miss not crazy Jade, or less crazy Jade. Wait, didn't Carcat once say Terezi ripped a troll toilet out of his house? What is it with girls and their universally constant tendency to rip out plumbing fixtures? Did I just accidentally crack another cosmic riddle, or... I gotta text him and get confirmation on this ASAP. Actually... nah, I probably harangued the poor guy with enough of my BS the past few years. I'll just keep shuffling through memory lane, making wistful observations out loud. You know, kinda chaps my bulge that people rip on me for talking to myself. It's like the most perfectly natural thing to do. Why are people so uptight about keeping a lid on their monologues? What a bunch of stuffy pricks. I always found the sound of my own voice to be mysteriously soothing. Talk about an embarrassing sentence to say in earshot of an actual person. Well... maybe not the mayor. You can always tell the mayor anything. Hard.
Yeah, I'd know nothing about talking to myself ever. Never done that.
Gulp. This piece of shit's still here too. Didn't we use this thing like once? What a useless pile of trash in hindsight. Sometimes I think this game was designed by an idiot. Wasn't it called like the laser beam in television or something? I'd throw it in the lava, but that'd be a waste of melting. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about my ill beats from the past. I wonder if they're as ill as I remember.
Okay, I just pushed some buttons and verified they remain as ill as the day they were dropped. I'll have to send in the car cat. He's always been an enthusiastic patron of my exceptional science. I mean, sure, he says it sucks and maybe even believes that on some pathetic sub-intellectual plane of consciousness with which gross Philistines operate on their whole lives. But whenever he gets a load of my hype, I see him there, tapping his foot ever so slightly. I see him. This poster. I love this poster. It's like an old friend. Never ever knew who these guys were or what their deal was. Doubt I'll ever find out at this point.
Yeah, never.
Oh well. Some things I guess were never meant to be figured out. Or benefit from any kind of elaboration. Not even years later. Just the way it is sometimes. It's like I said before, this poster is a hell of a mystery. That I would never even thought was a mystery. And it would be pretty cool if somebody solved it. But damn. If that's ever gonna happen. So that's a shame. Oh hell, it's the old Dead Things collection. What a stupid blast from the past. I seriously cannot remember if I was sincere with this shit. I was probably trying to flex my underdeveloped irony muscles, like the shrimpiest kid at the hipster gym. Why does my childhood room have to be such a predictable museum of embarrassment? I don't know. Some of these things are kinda cool, actually. Like from a standpoint of objective reevaluation afforded by the sobering maturity that comes with being literally 100% grown up now. Yeah, 100%. Dead Things are actually pretty rad. I feel like if I was legitimately into this, then more should have come of that interest. Like there could have been like entire conversations about it that never even took place. Hey Rose, you'll never guess what I'm excited about and have loads of dialogue to spill over. What's that, Dave? Ancient mollusks. Said Rose. How many bananas do you think this paw clutched back when it was alive and attached to a monkey? Dave, I really must say, this conversation blows. Yes, sorry. Maybe I could have really developed this interest. Maybe I could have been something cool as a result. Dead shit ogler? No, wait. Probably a paleontologist or something. I could have been a paleontologist instead of what I became, which was, some pajama-packing fuckface from the Renaissance fair. That would have been the dopeness. Damn, look how cool he is. Ugh, the ironic selfies. Oh god. Now this is some irredeemably mortifying shit here. What was I thinking? I don't know, man. I just don't know. This is what seasoned veterans call bad irony. Look at this guy. What a fucking novice. Who am I kidding? I can't stay mad at that face. Okay, this one's pretty funny, actually.
What?
Proudly flame broiled Whopper. Why? Why can't I stop laughing? You win! You win, young Dave! These selfies are comedy gold!
Hi, Dave. What's so funny?
Ugh. Don't look at those. Whoa, John?
What were you looking at there? Hey, are you crying?
What? No. I mean, I was just laughing too hard at something dumb, you know how it is.
Yeah. Can I see?
No, it's, nothing. Where the fuck have you been? Do you remember what happened since we got here?
Yes.
Well, are you gonna fill me in, or keep floating there in the most uninformative way possible?
Oh, Dave, I have to go.
What? Why?
I can't hang around in one place for too long. Let's just catch up later, okay?
John, wait.
See you, buddy.
No, don't. John, no. Stop turning into wind, you fickle idiot. Don't just leave me right away with such an insanely predictable move. I say get back here, you slippery motherfucker. And now, Jade is standing on my toilet.
Hello, Dave.
God damn it.
He was just here, wasn't he?
No.
How do you even know who I'm talking about?
Look, all I know is Egbert most definitely didn't just appear out of nowhere and catch me weep laughing at my selfies.
Dave, I know he was just here. I can smell him.
I keep my apartment misted with his odor at all times. Essence to Egbert.
Dagbear? What?
No, like French pronunciation.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just a lot more comfortable. My whole place reeks of nerd musk, so that explains that.
You can't fool me, Dave. I'll track him down sooner or later, and in any case, it doesn't matter. I came here to see you, not him.
You did?
Come with me. and we'll see a world of pure imagination.
Where?
Out here, we have some work to do. Knock.
What work?
You're going to need to upgrade your weapon.
What? You mean the Derringer? I can't remember.
Yes.
I thought it was like the best possible sword, or at least the best possible broken sword.
That may very well be the case, but it'll be useless against Lord English. Wouldn't you prefer a weapon that's capable of inflicting damage against him?
Not really?
Of course you would. This isn't even up for discussion. Now give me the Derringer. We have all been traveling for 3 long years. What better way to celebrate our reunion than a little alchemy?
Lots of ways. We could have a Jade that goes back to Normal Party, starring Normal Jade.
Har har, give me the sword.
Okay, here. How do we make it so it can damage him?
It needs a special ingredient, something which represents his only known weakness but hasn't been properly weaponized.
And you know what that is?
I do.
How?
I get my intelligence on such matters from the old lady. She had centuries to hatch a plan to settle her score over time. Or, her score, period. Over time, she's uncovered many secrets about him.
I don't understand how this is working. Is she piping all these secrets into your brain along with the evil?
That is not relevant.
Fair enough. I guess technically almost nothing is relevant to the dude you're barking orders to. Literally barking because of dogginess.
Bark, bark, bark!
Yes, exactly like that. Thank you for participating in my joke. Now, what is this special ingredient and where do I get it?
I already have it right here.
Oh yeah?
In fact, I've had it for about as long as I can remember. It was right under my doggy snout all along.
The orb, I see.
Remember this?
No.
Dave, are you lying to me?
No, I've never seen that thing before.
But I found it on your planet. It must have gotten here somehow.
I need to take your lousy egg.
It's not an egg.
Yeah, well, these planets are crawling with brainless lizards. Maybe one of them thought it was an egg, and then brought it here because it's warm here and tried to hatch it.
You really have a one-track mind when it comes to certain things.
What things? What are you talking about?
Dave Sprite was like that too. I just figured it was just because he was part bird. But no, here you are going on about bird things too, just like him.
Come on, don't compare me to him. Just because I think it's an eggy-looking thing don't mean I think like a damn bird.
And just because I have these pointy ears doesn't mean I wouldn't kill for some sausages right now.
Do you actually want sausages?
Maybe?
Okay, well, sausages notwithstanding, this is bullshit. Tell me how that thing doesn't look like an egg to you. How is that not obviously such an egg?
It's a cue ball, Dave.
I see, so if I'm following, what you're trying to tell me is Lord English has some sort of severe egg allergy that we're hoping to exploit.
I see it's still impossible to have a serious conversation with you whether you are a sassy bird or not. I thought regular Dave might have matured a little over 3 years, but I guess I was wrong.
Can we just make the egg sword already?
Oh. Caldfelch. Hey, there it is.
Oh no, not the legendary piece of shit again.
Pardon?
It's the fucking Welsh sword again.
Are you telling me you've seen this sword before, Dave? How is that possible?
I don't know, because I have a shitty quest is how. Didn't Dave Sprite tell you anything? Found the sword in a gold cave and broke it. Then Dave Sprite took it to Hephaestus, who fixed it and upgraded it to the Derringer, and sent that to me and I broke it again.
You sure seem to break swords a lot.
I know! That has always been my thing for some reason. Now I guess it turns out my ultimate sword is really just a repaired downgrade of my previously ultimate sword, mixed with a cue ball. We just cycled right back to Caldfelch like a bunch of tools. That is the most stupid, convoluted-ass backward way to get a sword out of the stone I can even imagine. I feel like somebody somewhere is having a good laugh over this. Sure hope like the Juggalo equivalent of fucking Loki or whoever the fuck is having top-notch riddle wank at my expense.
Wow.
You know what really gets me? This shitty Welsh sword probably consisted of those ingredients all along, which just makes me want to travel back in time to perform a mutually assisted suicide with myself. Me and the other Dave can take turns suffocating each other with their own dumbass capes!
Dave, I admit this is a peculiar turn of events, but I think you're overreacting.
Jade, this quest is stupid! My quest is a stupid piece of garbage for lame, shitty loser fuckheads who suck balls while crapping their pants!
Oh my god, you've really spent way too much time alone with Carcat, haven't you?
I need help.
Okay, that was pretty funny. Also, hopefully I'm saying Caldfelch right. What it looks like, I don't know.
Hey, weirdo.
Oh, right. Arqueus's voice. I don't remember.
I think it was like this.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, weirdo. Yes, Mr. Dude? Be advised, I'm only contacting you as a last resort. I stand so advised, or float I should say, on my ripped as fudge little ghost tail. Yo, pardon me, but did you know that when I flex my tail, it makes this big veiny bulge kind of like a bicep? Yuck. I'm doing it right now, in fact. Does it bother you? Maybe you should order me to stop. In fact, I command you to order me to stop. I order you to stop. Wow, bossy much? Ugh. What can I do for you, Dirk? I tried to get in touch with the others to no avail. No answer from Jake or Roxy. And Jane responded only with cease reproduction in red letters, whatever that means. Then she blocked me. I'm afraid she might have snapped. Yes, isn't it great? I mean, aside from the fact that she is insane and evil. Huh? She is one of the few organic beings who will ever realize perfection. Miss Crocker is now a vessel for a cunning, malicious artificial intelligence whose neural netronics, I guess, and ontology buffers and stuff like that have somehow managed to far surpass even my own. Clearly she has procured maximum advantage from her apprenticeship under me, although I must not admit, not even I, in all of my hypercognitive precipience, was quite aware that said tutelage was even taking place. One must involubly deduce that tons of math that this is because I am just that clop darn strong at mentoring, even on an involuntary basis. I'm so proud of her. Okay, all that bullshit aside, what's this about her becoming evil? The thing about Jane becoming evil is, in the process of achieving perfection, it seems there is a ludicrously high probability that she has become evil. Does that answer your question? No. How is becoming evil achieving perfection? Admittedly, it is a blemish, but only a very small one. Her imperfect meat mind has been fully fiddling hijacked by a supercomputer, and that is the operative transmutation here. To such exceptional beings of class and breeding as she and I, considerations of morality and alignment are trifling details. Why? Why what? Why do I keep going along with these ironic AI conversations? They've gotten even worse now that you're half creepy troll. Sir Bra, listen! Here is my comparison to that your dreary finite wad of gray matter might be able to process. Like, say you've got a burproft bod. You are a paragon of physical excellence. You could then either be oiled up or not. See what I mean, good dude? No. You could flex your brawn while wearing either a sweaty pair of briefs or a snug human banana hammock. Such minutia does not change the fact that you're a tip-top beefcake maxed out buffways. I hate everything you have to say about all topics, especially muscles. The stuff I have cited, which are commonly associated with your/our Earth bodybuilders, are but a picayune technicalities. I think that word came up earlier, and I still don't know what it means. Just as considerations of good and evil are the aristocratic sexy cyber gods such as myself and our imperial heiress, of whom neither you nor I are particularly worthy. Are you following into this, Vitamin D? Can you just tell me what's going on over there? Oh, nothing much. Just enjoying the good life. One which ludicrously involves both having a corporeal body and not being dead. I've been delighting myself with some truly kick-bottom internal mono-dialogues. Okay. Did you know that even though technically I knew this already, I find myself astounded to meditate upon the fact that human beings are capable of lactation? Isn't that fucked? Incredible, Dirk? I mean, when one really thinks about it, to have such convenient access to fresh milk, the mayor thought of it. I must say, it puts a little giddy up in my phantom legs. And yet, I must admit that the notion of lactic discharge jetting from one's swollen pectoral masses, it strikes me as positively indecorous. My horse guy robo-sweat is running cold just pondering the depravity of it. Ooh. Yet fascinatingly, this ability only manifests itself in human females, as opposed to how one would reasonably expect dairy to originate, which is from the corpulent udder of a sublimely chiseled male muscle beast, or failing that, certain species found within the butler genus. As a former simulation of a human who has recently been given reason to have hella opinions on milk production, I think the way females have cornered this boon is the height of biological injustice. Have you ever dwelt upon this cruelty, dude Esquire? Your silence speaks volumes to your interest, so I'll keep talking about this a lot. I will have to confess that my Alternian half boggles at the anatomical incongruities between our races with respect to dairy secretion. Really, he had no idea that's what those were for. Female trolls of course have them as well, but they are certainly not meant for supplying the young with nourishment. Actually, and this trivia will surely wet your whistle for additional such facts, those voluptuous anatomical features have a number of significant purposes biologically speaking. I shall now explicate for you these purposes in assiduous detail. I don't want to hear any of this.
And yet we will.
But why, Lord Bro? I was just about to pony up the boob facts. There is 100% probability that you would have been thrilled to hear my exegesis? I don't know. On troll knockers. It might have been an interesting subject to talk about another time, with a different person. But that is not now, and it sure isn't with you. Dude, that is ice cold. I would be hurt if I were not a flawless machine fused with haughty nobility. If you don't want to hear my epic mono-dialogue on alien bazongas, I'm not sure what else I can do to entertain you. You are seriously hoof-cuffing my material here. Pretty demanding if you ask me. But as your mystical guide, I suppose it is my duty to manufacture small talk, if that's what you really want. What about fine art? We could talk about that. Dirk, did you know the sweaty troll guy who I used to be and still kind of am used to adore fine art? He was just like you and me in that sense. Seems I have a lot in common with myself. If you can ever manage to get over yourself, I would highly recommend being me, or at least being something like me. Maybe somewhere there is a dead troll out there just waiting for you to merge with him. I wasn't asking you to make small talk, or to hear about all the ways you've managed to shit around wasting time. Believe it or not, I was hoping you would describe the tactical situation there. Sounds boring. Are you sure you don't want to talk about paintings of big naked horse monsters and such? Yeah, you got me. I'd love to have a long talk about horse nudes and xeno breasts with you. Unfortunately, I'm wearing pantaloons and flying through the middle of goddamn nowhere. Pantaloons, you say? Panta-fucking-loons. Sir, are you implying that you are not dressed appropriately for a discussion of high culture? Because it seems to me that you could not be dressed more appropriately if you tried. I respectfully disagree. Where are you? I don't know, way out in space. I'm flying back there now. How long do you suppose it will take you to get back? I'm not sure. A pretty good while. Never mind. I have triangulated your location and velocity using long-range sensor technology, and probably also some sprite magic. You did? Hey Dirk, remember how whenever I dubiously claimed to have triangulated something, it was always this great play on words? Not really. Because I was just a pair of triangles, but not anymore. I know. Because I have this rocking new torso. Cool. How long do your calculations say it'll take me to get back? Exactly a little more than 3 hours. Damn it. Additional sweeps for my strong lasers.
Strong lasers, okay.
Are telling me there are a few other people in the periphery of the session closing in at a similar rate. Who? Just some dudes. What are you doing all the way out there and wearing pantaloons, by the way? Let's not talk about the pantaloons anymore. Roxy and I became god tiers, but I don't remember exactly how. Then I saw the Batter Witch, so I charged her with my sword so as to ruin her shit. That's when some crazy wolf girl appeared and punched me in the face. Then I think she teleported me out of there. That was Evil Jade! Evil Jade? Yes! You mean Jake's grandmother? Yes! She's evil too? Yes! Is anyone there not evil? Yes! Yes what? Yes, anyone here is not evil. That is to say, there exist people here who are not evil, such as Dave. Dave is not evil to my knowledge. Dave? What a stupid name. Didn't I mention, Master Dog? Our mutual bro is here. That is, right here with me. We are kind of in the process of chilling together at the moment. No, you didn't mention that actually. That would have been a pretty fucking important thing to mention up front, don't you think? As opposed to stringing me along with all that atrocious lactation bullshit. Yes, I guess I did kind of bury the lead there. Maybe I just wanted to talk. We never talk, Dirk. You are without a doubt the shittiest mystical guide anyone has ever had. I'm not so sure about that. Dave said he had a similarly shitty guide once. Do you remember our puppet, Dirk? Cal? Yes. What kind of stupid question is that? How could I forget the Seaman? He was a true friend, which is more than I can say for some people. A good friend in the plush, yes, but as a sprite he was apparently insufferable. See, you don't realize how lucky you are to have a guide like me. Cal was his sprite? Yes, for a while. Then Dave went back in time and became one himself. Now he is part bird. Did I mention he's part bird?
Oh, it's Dave's sprite. Okay. That makes a little more sense.
No. Again, that's the exact kind of information that should be appearing higher up in our conversations. Of course, this means he's not the real Dave. Dave Sprite served as real Dave's sprite, but he is only the unreal version of Dave insofar as I am the unreal version of you. By which I mean a much improved version.
Why is he... Okay. It's funny that he's just typing nothing and sending it.
I must say, while the troll part of me doesn't give a silly figging shoot about any of this, the part of me that's splintered from you has found the brotherly reunion to be everything which you and I dared not imagine, and more. Bird Dave and I are getting along famously and strengthening our familial bonds like a sweet pair of motherfuckers. I feel our kinship goes beyond genetics, though. We are misfits estranged. He's from Dave's alpha timeline, I from Dirk's alpha soul. A two-man menagerie of sideshow frick-ups, together at last, flexing and flapping, fraternally and eternally. I don't get it. Are you trying to rub this in my face or something? Nay, brah. As your buff mystical guide / personal trainer, I'm suggesting that if you are willing to contact me as a matter of last resort, you might want to at least consider reaching out to him as well. Sounds like you already cornered the market on this reunion shit. Wouldn't I just be a third wheel? I didn't mean Bird Dave, I mean real Dave. Oh, he's here too? Not with us. He is here, though, somewhere. You should message him. It's not like you don't have a few hours to kill. What else are you going to do out there? Pick at your pantaloon wedgies? I don't know. Messaging him out of nowhere sounds like it could be awkward. Yes, I can't imagine it won't be. At least at first. This isn't how I thought it'd go. What would I even talk about? I advise you to talk about your interests, like dairy, livestock, fine art, and muscles. Those are your interests. Good point. I advise you talk about my interests.
Uh-oh.
What's happening? What do you mean? What? I can't understand you. Are you just cursing nonstop, or... Hello?
Whoa. It popped out. Wow, those cool new cartridge features have exploded onto your desktop computer once again. Now we're talking. This is some serious Web 2.0 shit right here. Wow. Maybe even Web 3.0, dare you say. Wow. No, let's not get carried away. It isn't that cool. But wait, look! Another 3 options to pick from. The carousel of choice spins round and round, while the dervish of free will starts whirling his ass off. It's making you dizzy with empowerment and nausea. Wait a minute! Phooey, you scream at the top of your lungs. More of this annoying stardust is clogging up the UI, rendering all choices useless except for one. So much for Web 2.0, you gripe like a douche. Might as well be reading interactive media in the Stone Age, you add, making sure everyone nearby can hear you. Maybe later it'll clear up. Until then, you can click only the working option and trudge listlessly through the one-dimensional narrative, just like the early settlers used to before they had toilets or cures for stuff. Cool. And we'll do that next time. Which one is the one that works, by the way? It's this one, right? These ones are broken. I mean, this is pretty cool, I will say. This one's like the least cool one, unfortunately. Zillyhoo sword. What? This one's slightly less cool, too. This one's pretty cool. I like the way the setting is actually included. Makes it look pretty cool. So I don't know. I'll just leave it on that for the end here. I mean, this was an interesting episode. I've realized, I mean, I already knew this, but I've realized that my, I forgot. I have to click onto here, so we're not going to be able to stay on that one. My Dirk and Dave voices are incredibly close.
Yeah, it's me, Dave. Yeah, it's me, Dirk.
But that was kind of intentional. So if they are going to talk to each other, that could be a little bit, one-dimensional, but Dirk is used to talking to himself, so maybe it just makes sense. Yeah, this has just made me realize how much I miss the beta kids having conversations. Man. Dave, John, Jade, A little bit less Rose because she's still not quite herself yet, but Rose too. I missed him, all right. I also missed Carcat, although his voice is kind of killing me again. My tolerance for it has declined because I haven't been doing it as much. Although it is very funny that in order to prove her point, Jade was just like, kill him! Also, I'm very glad that it is within the script itself that Jade is incapable of sounding threatening, because there's no way I was going to be able to make her voice threatening, so it just works out perfectly. As for a question of the day, that's a good question. I've asked so many questions. It's so hard to find something good to talk to question about unless something really like big happens in an episode, which like stuff has happened. But okay, let's bring this one back. Okay, or let's bring this one up, I guess. So this kind of derives from X-Men stuff that I've been into since X-Men 97 released, but it also fits in with this episode, so that's fine. If there was a guaranteed way for you to be resurrected, just like perfectly with like no side effects, you can just like be brought back to life. In the X-Men comic, it's with a combination of mutant powers that includes some guy that shoots eggs out of his body, as well as someone who can control time and someone who can control matter, and then they just perfectly recreate you, essentially. But in Homestuck, it's just the life aspect, right? So let's just say that was infinite, and you could bring yourself back to life. I guess the God tiers sort of work like this too, but that has a potential downside. If you could bring yourself back to life with no consequences, essentially, would you do like really dangerous stuff for fun, right? Like the kind of stuff where it's like YOLO or whatever from like 2013, where it's like, you can jump into lava, but only once. But you could come back to life in this way. You'd remember dying and all the pain about it, but like, there's no consequences otherwise. So that's the question. It's a big moral quandary in the X-Men book, whether it's like, because a bunch of the teenagers start doing really like dangerous stuff, and it's like, well, now that we can be like reborn, I haven't died yet in any of our missions, so I want to die at least once just to see what it's like, you know? Like, it's a weird thing to think about. Anyway, that's the question. So have fun with that, and we will be back soon for, I guess, more Dave and Jade. Yay! Okay, bye.